Siva Tirumurai-Sri. Namaste, dear devotees. My name is Tenappan Meyyappan. I serve as the treasurer for the Sri Siva Vishnu Temple. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you all on this wonderful evening for this wonderful topic. And I'll take a very few minutes to introduce our guest speaker today, Mr. Seetaraman, fondly known as Auditor Seetaraman. The term auditor has a lot of fond memories for me because I grew up with my maternal grandfather, who is also an auditor. So his name is Auditor Annamalai. I am very fond of Thevaram and Tiruvasavam from him. So a lot of fond memories come whenever somebody says Auditor X, Auditor Y. So Mr. Seetaraman lives in Ashburn, Virginia. He is a practicing certified public accountant for more than 30 years. He belongs to a very musically oriented family. His father, Mr. Vaidyanatha Krishnan, has been a very famous musician for more than 60 years. His family is also very musically oriented. Abhinav is a very good mridagam player. Sangeeta sings very well. More than all of that, their passion towards Sanatana Dharma and the things they do for encouraging Saivism and all of that, right? I've known him for the last 5-6 years, so it's very wonderful. And he's a disciple of Mr. Sosomi Sundaram, Professor Sosomi Sundaram. And I wouldn't call him a disciple. I don't know what the relationship is, but every time I see them both interact, I'm very it's very awe-inspiring. So he's going to talk about. He's been fortunate enough to talk on the Tamil literacy and poetic Tamil, right? So there are a lot of compositions and the most significant composition on Lord Shiva in Tamil is Tiruvasavam, and that is the topic that he's going to talk about. So I will not take much time, and I will let Auditor Seetaraman do the talking. Thank you. Siva Tirumurai-Sri.
வேதநெறி தழைத்தோங்க மிகு சைவத்துறை விளங்க பூத பரம்பரை பொலிய புனிதவாய் மலர்ந்தழுத சீதவள வயற்புகளை திருஞான சம்பந்தர் பாதமலர் தலை கொண்டு திருத்துண்டு பரவுவாம். ஊனடைந்த உடம்பின் பிறவியே தானடைந்த உறுதியை சாருமால் தேனடைந்த மலர் பொழில் தில்லையுள் மாநகர் சொல் பொற்றால் தொழ எடுக்கும் ஆக்கத்தை இன்றமிழ் செய்யுளால் நடக்கும் மேன்மை நமக்கருள் செய்திட தடக்கை ஐந்துடை தாழ் செவி நீள்முடி கடக்களிற்றை கருத்துள் இருத்துவாம். அபார கருணா சிந்தும் ஞானதம் சாந்தரூபினம் ஸ்ரீ சந்திரசேகர குரும் ரணமான்மி உதான்மம். Namaskar and a very good evening to all of you. In this hallowed presence of Shiva Vishnu Temple, which is famed and very divine temple, in the evening where the Shiva Mahotsava is being conducted, and that too what is today is Friday in the month of Adi. If you want to say in Tamil, it is going to be Adi Amavasai. At this auspicious day, Adi Vellikirame, I'm sorry, at this auspicious day, to get a chance to speak about Tirumurai, which is precious and unfathomable Tamil Vedam. I deem it to be my greatest bhagyam. This great opportunity has come to me thanks to Seetaraman and the entire organizing committee of Shiva Vishnu Temple. I am eternally indebted to you. You can call it sentimental or coincidental or accidental or providential. I leave the decision making to you. In one way, I am completely overwhelmed or taken completely bowled over by the Almighty's Anugraham, in the sense, sitting in this chair gives me absolutely goosebumps. Probably while I conclude my speech, I will tell you the reason. For most of you who know me, you would have guessed it by now. This temple, the Lord Muruga here, is Vaidiswaran Kovil Selva Muthukumara Swami, who is our Kuladevam. And I have a strong feeling and totally unshakable faith that as I am talking in his Sannidhi. One more thing I would like to add up here. My late father and mother's name are Vaidinatha Krishnan and Tailambal. People who had been to Vaidiswaran Kovil know that the Ishwaran's name there is Vaidiswara Swami or Vaidyanatha Swami. And the Ambal there is Tayal Nayagi or Tailambal. So whether it is accidental coincidence or something, that too to speak about Lord Shiva on this auspicious Shiva Mahotsavam in Shiva Vishnu temple, I can say any number of times. I will never be tired of saying that it is my greatest bhagyam to do so. I bow to the Almighty and commence my speech. See, we are going to talk today about Tirumurai. Tirumurai, as I told you, is Tamil Vedam. There are 12 Tirumurais. Pannirithu Tirumurai. Panniru means 12 in Tamil. It was written by some of the greatest saints the world has ever seen, the world has who have crisscrossed the length and breadth of India. One of the greatest movements ever that could have happened in the world was the Bhakti movement, Shaiva Bhakti movement. It gathered storm somewhere around in Tamil Nadu, somewhere around the 7th or 8th century. It gathered so much storm and created a multiplying effect that it spread to all other parts of India and why not to the whole world. There is no smoke without a fire. Similarly, for every uprising, there has to be something. What was the reason for this unbelievable amount of uprising or devotional upswing movement which happened in Tamil Nadu? The reason is quite simple. The soul-stirring, mellifluous, earth-shattering songs of the Tamil Shaivite saints on Lord Shiva was the only reason. Every song was the epitome of whatever you call bhakti of the highest level. So it captivated. One more uniqueness of the particular movement was that the songs were all in Tamil, which was the regional language too. So it attracted so many people. The songs were sung by so many, all these Shaivite saints, Nayanmargal, 63 Nayanmargal, 63 Nayanmargals, as you all know, several centuries ago. On 7th century, this movement started, and then thus came Shaivite Bhakti movement. Any study of Shaiva Siddhanta is completely incomplete if you ignore the contributions of the great Tamil saints. Whatever contribution they made to this Shaivism or the Shaiva Siddhanta is immeasurable, or I should say unfathomable. Let us dwell upon what this Shaiva Siddhanta is. Even before that, who is the epicenter of what we are talking today? Lord Shiva. Who is Lord Shiva? Just as a joke, my revered Guru Soswami Ayya would always tell, Lord Shiva has got Adiyum illai, Andamum illai. He has got no birth, no beginning, neither no ending too. For example, my guru used to joke in the sense, if Lord Shiva were to fill up a college or school application form, what do you see first on the application form? Name of the father, name of the mother. What will Lord Shiva write? I don't know, or I don't have. Then next comes date of birth. I don't know. I was never born to die. So, when that being the case, he will usually joke as Lord Shiva cannot get into any college or any school. He will be automatically kicked off. Please don't even come inside. But joke apart, Lord Shiva was the Shristikarta. He is the Shristikarta of everything what we do here. Even before I delve into the topic, I started my prayer with an invocation on Tirunjana Sambandar. Why did I do it? Simple reason. If we are celebrating with great pomp and show, with great devotion, commitment, the Shiva Utsavam, we should all be eternally eternally we should be in gratitude to Tirunjana Sambandar. Because he was the one who brought back Shaivism from the clutches of other faiths and established so firmly that if we are what we are today, let us bow our heads before Tirunjana Sambandar. The song itself says, Vedaneri Tadai Tongi, to always keep the Vedas alive, make it flourish. Migu Saivathurai Vilanga, we all belong to Shaiva sect, that should also flourish. Buddha Parambarai Poliye, what is Buddha Parambarai? Mankind. Mankind should always lead a peaceful and wonderful, prosperous life. Then, Buddha Parambarai Poliye, next is the beautiful one. Punidavai Malarndu Aluda. What an amazing particular line used by Sekidar. For example, if we cry, will it be nice to see or horrible to see? Just for 1 second, we stand before a mirror and start crying. Take it from me, none of us would be bothered to see our own face. Nobody can see it, it will be horrible. Then why did Sekidar use the word Tiruvai Malarundu Aludha? How can your cry be so wonderful and beautiful? Simple reason. We cry for ourselves. God, I want this, I want that. We cry for ourselves. Whereas Tirunjana Sambandar, he cried for us. Why did he cry? Veda should flourish. Why did he cry? Mankind should be always in a wonderful state. And then Shaivam should be absolutely remarkably flourishing. Because he cried for us, that is the reason even when he cried, his face looked so radiatingly beautiful. That's the biggest point. That's the reason I started my invocation with Tirunjana Sambandar. And the second song says, ஊனடைந்த உடம்பின் பிறவியே தானடைந்த உறுதியை சாருமால் தேனடைந்த மலர்பொழில் தில்லையுள் மானடர் பொற்றல் தொழாளெனின். This body is made up of flesh, blood, meat, bones, nerves, sinews, everything and anything. The purpose of the body to have been pushed into the earth, it will realize its purpose only when the mind, body and intellect. If you had listened to Chinmayananda, he would have put it as BMI, PFTOET, body, mind, intellect. The body, mind, intellect is focused completely on the brilliantly dancing lotus feet of Nataraja. Only then the body or the human being comes to have its full purpose. And then one small thing, Anantagoti Namaskarams to the divine Shanmuga Sivacharya. Sir, before continuing, I would want to say, Muppodum Tirumeni Tinduvar Adiyen. So, I left it there. That is the body, mind, everything has to be focused on the dancing feet of Nataraja. Only then the soul achieves its purpose. of having been pushed into the world. The dance of Nataraja will never stop in any circumstances, because if that dance stops, my guru jocularly says, we all will start beating our chests, because the dance will never stop. Mankind will keep on, generation after generation after generation. Now coming, and the first song which I sang was on Jnana Sambandha. Second, third was by all these three songs was by Sekidar. The first Tirumurai, second, third was written by Jnana Sambandha. The 12th Tirumurai was done by Sekidar. So I just brought into the Adi and Andam as far as Tamil Tirumurai is concerned. That is the purpose of me purposefully choosing this invocative prayer. Now coming to Tirumurai, as I told you, they are invaluable Tamil Vedam. It's a collection of various invaluable, amazing works of the greatest saints the world has ever seen. There are 12 Tirumurais. First, second and third was written by Tirunjana Sambandhar. Fourth, fifth, sixth by Tirunavukarasar. Seventh by Sundaramurthy Swamigal. Eighth is the immortal Tiruvasagam. The ninth is Tiruviseppa Tirupallandu by 9 saints. The 10th, another immortal to which I have virtually mortgaged my life, I should say, is that Tirumular Tirumandiram. The 11th is Prabandham, a collection of various types of songs. And the 12th is the Puranam by Sekidar, Deva Sekidar. There is hardly any commentary or a description which can beat Sekidar's description of the 63 Nayanmars. Now, this Pannir Tirumurai has been categorized into 4 categories: Shastram, Stotram, Prabandham, Puranam. Shastram is all the first 1 to 9, 1 to 10. That is all the hymns and songs in praise of Lord Shiva. Then Stotram is the one. Shastram is Tirumurai, Tirumandiram. That is the rules and regulations, all the guidelines which we have to follow in order to live a correct and perfect life is all said in Tirumandiram. Then the Prabandham, various collection of different kinds of works. Then the Purana. Came Sekidar, who was the chief minister in the Kulothanga Chola kingdom. He wrote a wonderful and magnificent history of all the 63 Nayanmars. Amazing. You should see the description. It is just mind-boggling, I would say. In this lot of 63 Nayanmars, etc., so many other saints, whom in the time given allotted of 45 minutes or 50 minutes or so, whom to pick, whom to leave. It is a very hobson choice or a horrible choice put on me, I would say. But then, even a sample, oru paanai sottirukku oru soru padam, as they always say in Tamil. Even if you take one Nayanmar and say something, a few words about them, it is tantamount to telling everybody's name with that. There is also one Padiyam for it. I'll come to it a bit later also in my speech. Okay. Now, I thought I will confine myself to the Nalvar Perumal and also Tirumular. Nalvar in English is quartet, 4 people. That is Tirunjana Sambandhar, Tirunavukarasar, Manikavasagar, Sundaramurthy Swamigal. I thought I'll confine them with this. The beauty among these 4 is that unsurpassed, I would say. If you dwell into their songs, etc., you will virtually lose yourself at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. There is a wonderful mathematical equation, brilliant mathematical equation, which I believe they did not create, but the permutations and combinations was done by the Almighty Himself, because only He could do a perfect game. Let me tell you what it is. Thiruñana Sambandar lived for 16 years, just 16. And then in those 16 years, he composed 16,000 songs. The only one person who was gifted, who had the great bhagyam for Amma, Appa, for everybody, universal mother and father, Lord Shiva and mother, to descend to the earth and then give milk to the 3-year-old Thiruñana Sambandar. The moment they gave, like water gushing out of a dam, came so many 16,000 songs. A corroboration for this you can find in Arunagirinadar's Tirupugal. Arunagirinathar came several centuries after Thiruñana Sambandar. He says, Pumiyadhanil Prabhuvaga, Pugalile Vittaganaga, Amradavi Pada, Adime Yanaka Arul Puriva. That is, Arunagirinathar prays to Lord Muruga. Just like Jnana Sambandar sang, you blessed him to sing 16,000 songs. Incidentally, Jnana Sambandar is none but an amsam of Lord Muruga. That is why he got the divine milk from the universal mother and father. So, just like Jnana Sambandar, I should also sing 16,000 songs. Lord Muruga blessed him, and it is a fact that Arunagirinathar sang more than 16,000 songs. Our fortune or our misfortune, whichever way you want to interpret it, we were fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to get only around 1630 songs or 1670 songs. So that is one corroboration. Then 16 years Thiruñana Sambandar lived. Multiply 16 by 2. 16 2s are 32. That's the exact number of years Manikavasagar lived. How did it happen? You should ask Lord Nataraja. How do I also know? There is a fact in Tiruvasagam. The first chapter is Sivapuram. Do you know what is the 32nd line in Sivapuranam? It's a horrible question to ask, but anyway, because that's why I need to put it across to the audience. What is the point I told you, the mathematical permutation and combination was done by Lord Shiva. Ample proof. What else do it was not done by man. Because it is generally said, what is magic and miracle for the mundane, all of us, is natural and logic for the divine. How did it happen? How did it happen? We may be asking askans. That is because we are human beings. For him, it is business as usual. HIM in capital letters. Okay. 16 into 2, 32. Manikavasagar lived for 32 years. He says this succinctly and beautifully in the 32nd line of Tiruvasagam. Meyye un ponnadigal kandu endru veedu uttre. What a beautiful song. Read Tiruvasagam. As they usually say, Tiruvasagathirku Urugada, Poruvasagathirku Urugada. Even while attempting to tell the name Tiruvasagam, I am not able to speak. If you dwell deeper into it, I am sure you will never come out of it. So Tiruvasagathirku Urugada, Uruvasagathirku Urugada. Uruga. If you don't get a tear or two while reading Tiruvasagam, nothing in this world will make you cry. Even while you peel onion, water will not come out of your eyes. So that is the beauty of Tiruvasagam. So coming back to the point. Meyye un ponnadigal kandu indru veeduttre. He says, Pullagi, Pudagi, Puduvai, Maramagi, Palvirgamagi, Paravayai, Pambagi, Kallai, Manidarai, Peyai, Kanangalai, Vallasaragi, Munivarai, Devarai, Yella Pirappum Pirandilai Tenem Berumane. The 32nd line, Meyye un ponnadigal kandu indru veeduttre. I was born as an ant, grasshopper, donkey, monkey, plant, sapling, rock, sedimentary rocks, whatever it is. After all, the devas, etc. Finally, at this 32nd years of mine, I am getting liberated. How do I get liberated? How did I get liberated? By looking into your lotus feet. Because every other Devarams, they sang about Lord Shiva. If you want to tell in Tamil, மற்ற தேவாரங்கள் எல்லாம் சிவனை பாடியன. Tiruvasagam is the only one which Lord Shiva himself wrote it for himself. How do you know? You can put a question, hey Seetaraman, did you see Manikavasagar reciting in Shiva writing everything? No. It is in his last, again in the same Tiruvasagam itself. அல்லல் பிறவி அறுப்பானே ஓவென்று சொல்லற்கு அறியானை சொல்லி திருவடி கீழ் சொல்லிய பாட்டை பொருள் உணர்ந்து சொல்லுவர், not பொருள் அறிந்து சொல்லுவர். You should be able to digest the meaning of it in your body and soul. Only then you experience the eternal bliss. பொருள் உணர்ந்து சொல்லுவர், who understands and then appreciates and brings it forward. செல்வர், where do they go? செல்வர் சிவபுரத்தினுள்ளூர் சிவனடி கீழ் பல்லோரும் ஏத்த பணிந்து. So that is the beauty of that. So Lord Shiva comes in, usually the teacher sits, the student stands. It was opposite in that way. Who will get such a bhagyam, you tell me? Lord Shiva comes in, he is standing, Manikavasagar sitting at his feet, 2 feet. One feet gives wisdom, one gives anugraham. Usually in all our gods, etc., we'll take Lord Muruga to everybody. 6 faces. Arumugam is 6 faces. If there is 6 faces, how many hands should be there? 12. How many eyes? 12. How many legs? It should be 12. We can always say that Lord Muruga was weak in mathematics. So 6 into 2 is 12. How come only 2? The Tatparyam is that when the Bhakta comes crying and surrendering to Lord Muruga, if he were going to stand with 12 legs in his hurry, we are always in a hurry. When we want to enjoy goodness, we want all the time in the world. When you want something to be happen in an emergency, hurry, hurry, hurry. So when the Bhakta comes in a hurry, if I stand with 12 feet, the Bhakta will not know which feet to hold on. In order to get away, for him to get away the confusion, he is standing with 2 legs so that the Bhakta can easily hold on to it. நம்ம லெவலுக்கு இறங்கி முருக பெருமான் வந்து 2 காலோட நிற்கிறார். That is what is meant by it. So that is there. So Lord, he wrote Tiruvasagam at the feet of Lord Shiva. Next day morning, Shiva even signed it. மாணிக்கவாசகர் சொல்ல அழகிய திருச்சிற்றம்பலமுடையான் கையெழுத்து. He signed it and the entire thing was placed in the sanctum sanctorum of Nadaraja. Next day morning, they opened the Chidambaram temple. Everybody, all the Dikshitas, etc., were puzzled to see so much of this Volechuri there. Then they also read what is written. They all go running to Manikavasagar. Did you write everything? What happened? Yesterday some Brahmin came. I just told, he wrote it. Nobody was that. It was Lord Shiva himself. They asked Manikavasagar, what is the meaning of this Tiruvasagam that you wrote? Only one word Manikavasagar says. It doesn't even say anything. He just points his both hands to Lord Shiva, walks into the sanctum sanctorum, merges into with Lord Shiva. What a bhagyam, what a I don't know. It is beyond compare. That's what they say. மற்ற தேவாரங்கள் எல்லாம் சிவபெருமானை எழுதி பார்த்தன, திருவாசகம் சிவனே வந்து எழுதி கொண்டார். So that is Manikavasagar. 16 to 32. Then let's come to Sundaramurti Swami. He lived for 18 years. Juxtapose 8 and 1. 18 becomes 81. Tirunavakar sir lived for 81 years. From where did this magical combination come? 16 to 32, 18 juxtaposed 81. Like I said, that is programmed, and probably the greatest of all the software engineers, pardon me, said there's any other greater program, no human being can do it than what Lord Shiva has done. So this is how they all came into being. And then this is the mathematical equation. That is, each one of them did not get their original name. Jnana Sambandar was known as Sambandhan. Then he became Thiruñana Sambandar. Where did Thiruñana come? When you will be so fortunate to be fed with milk by Parvati herself, then no wonder, no surprise, then Thiru Jnanam, everything comes to him. Okay. Manikya Tirunavakkarasar, Marul Nikiyar, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is my Guru will say, Shiva Burman Vivaramana. He knows when to do, what to do, how to do, he gets his things done. So, Marul Nikiyar, Lord Shiva came and blessed him, and then he said, you are king of your tongue. Tirunavakkarasar, now means tongue. You are Tirunavakkarasar, king of your tongue. Then, Manikya he was Vadavurar. Manikya Vadavura, whatever comes out of your mouth is pure ruby, Manikyam and nothing else. So you are Manikya Vasaka. Sundaramurti Swamigal was known as Nambi Aruran. Lord Shiva created Sundara. He sent him to the earth with a definite purpose. Created Sundara Va. Sundara, please come. Sundara means it's so beauty. So Sundaramurti Swamigal is absolutely beautiful. So he got the name Sundaramurti Swamigal. So all the name, their parents, what they kept their name at birth, completely got changed by act of divinity. Each one has done some remarkable pieces, etc. So even before going into it, let me very briefly describe, because it's an ocean, it takes days and days, months and months, years to years to talk about all these things. In the shortest time, whatever I say, if you want to say in Tamil, அதை தொட்டு காண்பிக்க முடியாவிட்டாலும் சுட்டி காண்பிக்கவாது நான் முயற்சி செய்கிறேன் of all these things. So Jnana Sambandha wrote, like I said, 16,000 songs. Very prominent, as you would have heard about Kolaru Padikam. The beauty of this is that all of us fear one Ishwaran, which is Sanishwaran. Rahu, Ketu, etc. The moment we hear everything, we tremble. I don't know whether it was brought down to us by ages or something. It is there. But Tirujnana Sambandha says, don't be worried about anything. The person who controls all these planets is Lord Shiva. He is the surgeon. These fellows are all compounders. So my Guru usually says, when you have something, you don't go pray to Sanishwaran. Pray to him, that's good. But first pray to the zenith, summit, from where these guys all derive their power. Pray to Shiva, then come to Shani. Not to demean, understand it correctly. So that's the greatness of that. Even Kanchi Mahapariva, Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Paramacharya, during Indo-Chinese invasion, he advised everybody to recite Kolaripadikam. Chandrasekharendra Saraswati was, I leave it to you, Shiva incarnate, Kamakshi incarnate, Muruga incarnate, everything. When Devam Manishya Rupine, when that Mahapariva could tell during Chinese incursion, recite Kolaripadikam, you can understand the absolute strength of this song. The beauty is that the way this Kolaripadikam came is also absolutely divine. Jnana Sambandha was 13 or 12 years old. Tirunavakkarasar 62. Both were staying. And then the king had actually been to Jainism and the queen wanted him to come back to Shaivism. She sent word to Jnana Sambandha, please come, you only can do, you have the power to bring him back. It's all programmed by Lord Shiva, using his disciples, Adiyargal, Jnana Sambandha, Tirunavakkarasar. Jnana Sambandha goes immediately, Tirunavakkarasar says, don't go right now. They also know if nothing is going to happen. For us, ordinary mortals, to understand, don't go right now. Why? The stars, the position, the combination is not good. Go little later. Then he said, when anybody has got Lord Shiva in his mind, you don't need to worry about anything. Asaru nalla nalla, avai nalla nalla, adiyaravarkku migave. Why? Anybody who has got Lord Shiva in his mind, you don't need to worry anything, simply proceed. That is one thing. Then come to Tirunavakkarasar. All these four, there's a small thing also. How these four were brought into him, into the fold by embracing into their fold by Lord Shiva. If I want to tell in Tamil, it will be Lord Shiva used 4 things. For Jnana Sambandar, he used milk. Tirunavakarasar, he used stomachache, acute stomachache. For Manikavasagar, he used a book. For Sundaramurti Swamigal, he used a ole, which is palm leaf. ஞான சம்பந்தரை பாலை கொடுத்து ஆட்கொண்டார். அப்பர் பெருமானை சூலை கொடுத்து ஆட்கொண்டார். சுந்தரமூர்த்தி சுவாமிகளை ஓலை கொடுத்து ஆட்கொண்டார். மணிவாசக பெருமானை நூலை கொடுத்து ஆட்கொண்டார். Again, I am also tempted to say these things. Why did Shiva come and get the Tiruvasagam written by himself? There will be one time which is called Urikal. Nobody, none will be ever existing in this earth. Water will swallow the land. So it follows that our end is always with water. 3/4 what? 1/3, 2/3 water, 1/3 land. So 2/3 going to follow up. Then there is Agni below the ocean which swallows the water. Then the air in the atmosphere, it eats up the fire. Then there is Agayam, which is the space that eats up the air also. So only space is going to remain. Ambal also will merge with Shiva. So Mr. Shiva Burman is the only person living. Nobody else. Why? Because there is no beginning for him, no end for him. Adiyan andam illamal adiyum kidayadu, andamum kidayadu. At that time, my guru used to say, சிவபெருமானுக்கு பொழுத போக்குறதுக்கு ஒரு நூல் இல்லையா, பொழுத போக்கக்கூடாது. யூ ஷுட் நாட் பாஸ் டைம், யூ ஷுட் புட் இட் டு ப்ரொடக்டிவ் யூஸ். பொழுதை பயன்படுத்த வேண்டும். டு தட் எக்ஸ்டென்ட் ஃபார் சிவபெருமான் ஸ்டேச்சர் எக்ஸெட்ரா, த ஒன் book which he thought, the one work which he thought is going to give him absolute peace for Tiruvasagam, that's why he himself came and then got it written. So such is the greatness of Tiruvasagam once again. Now, பாலை கொடுத்து நூலை கொடுத்து. Then for Sundaramurti Swamigal, ஓலை கொடுத்து ஆட்கொண்டார். That's the big story that will keep on taking some of my time. That will be fine. Now, all these persons wrote about Shiva in their own inimitable style. Lord Shiva was so happy. That is, his purpose was that Manikavasagar, when he first Shiva appeared before him, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, immediately he disappeared. Why? Is Shiva a very bad man? No. He had a purpose. Like I said, our Vivaramana, he wanted to get this Tiruvasagam written by Manikavasagar. Similarly, for Appar Peruman, he went that side, he gave him a stomachache, brought him this side, and the songs which Appar Peruman sang was absolutely remarkable. To simplicity, I may meander here and there, that's the depthness of the subject. Simplicity and humility, Appar Peruman. What will he have in his hand? Anyone of you know? Ulavaarapadai. Meaning, the moment he sees a temple, bushes or etc., he will start cleaning. So, doing Kainkaryam at the temple, Appar Swami taught us then. And this jokingly also said, if you apply it properly, Tirumurai Kripananda Variyar, he said, Appar Peruman da, what is upper in English? Top. Appar Peruman da, upper, namayella lower, Tirumurai Kripananda Variyar. It is absolutely true. Appar Peruman, only one incident. The relationship between Appar Peruman and Appu Jatigal cannot be expressed in words. Absolutely brilliant relationship. Appar Peruman was around 79 or 80 years. He goes to the town where Appu Jatigal lives. Then everywhere he sees his name. Tirunavukarasu water tank, Tirunavukarasu park, Tirunavukarasu hotel, everywhere Tirunavukarasu. This man was astounded. I don't know whom I am myself. This town seems to be knowing everything about me, what is happening. Then he goes to a place where water is being distributed for the tourists. There he asks, see the beauty. From your eyes, water will not come, blood will come. The beauty of Navakarasa's humility, he sees everywhere. He asked that particular person, suppose, imagine you, me, I, all of us being there. What we would have told immediately to the person with who was sitting under the shop with Tirumurai-Sri water. Okay. Hey, you know the name you put on the board? It's mine, it's mine. That is ordinary human being. You know what Upper Peruman said? Ippandar, Ippeyeritte, Ingamaittarya. Who wrote this name? Who kept this placard in this place? Even at that time, he didn't tell, I am the person. He is beyond description, like Manikvasan and all the Shaiva saints. The humility in him for all of us to learn, even at that time, he didn't tell that. Then who wrote this? Then they said, here lives a person called Appudi Adigal, who is also one of the Nayanmars. He is, where does he live? That is his house. Upper Peruman goes there. Both the husband and wife, Appudi Adigal and his wife, come and receive the master. They don't know that for years and years of penance, prayers which they were doing, my Guru Upper Peruman should come to my house at least once. The same God whom they revered, Tirumurai-Sri was standing in their doorstep. He doesn't know that he is Appudi Adigal. Appudi Adigal and family, they don't know he is Upper Peruman. Then he says, talks going on, etc., etc. Then at one point, Upper Peruman says, they talk so much high about Tirumurai-Sri. Even then he say, you know whom you are talking about? It's me. Not one word. Then he says, finally Upper Peruman says to Appudi Adigal, when I came to this town, I saw every board, every signboard, etc. Tirumurai-Sri, Tirumurai-Sri, Tirumurai-Sri. Why did you keep this name? Did you not think of any other name? Up to that time, usually calm and composed Appudi Adigal, he just flirted in anger. How dare you say this particular point? You seem to look like a Shiva Bhakta with all vibhuti smeared around your forehead. How dare you talk about my Guru Tirumurai-Sri? Who are you? What do you think about yourself? Even at that time, please underline, even at that time, Upper Peruman did not reveal that he was Upper Peruman. You know how he said? The person who was in this side of life once, by some Vinay Payana or anything, fate went to that side, meaning going to Jainism. And then, as a punishment for which the person got unbearable stomachache, and then he was brought in to this side again by Shiva Peruman, I am that Papi. How will that situation be for Appudi Adigal and his wife? They fell flat. Please excuse us because we did not know. So such is the example for humility. Then I'll go into one more thing. My life revolves around that Tirumandiram. Like all the four, Tirumular's name was not Tirumular. Sundaranadar. He was great Bhakta. He got his blessings all from Lord Shiva. He goes to Satanur. There he sees a cowherd, shepherd who has died. And all the cows, they are all crying. He thought, if I give life to this particular shepherd, all the cows will be very, very happy. So they call in Tamil, Kudu Vittu Kudu Payar. That is, you put your body here, your soul enters another person's body, he comes to life. Only great men can do. Tirumular does. So Sundaranadar, his body lies here, he goes into the body of the shepherd, he comes back and all the cows are all very happy, enjoying everything. Then when he wants to go back to his body, they already burnt it, so Tirumular stays as Tirumular. From that, Tirumular says, how do I know this? His song itself says, Nandi Arulale Nadanam Per Petrom. What was his name? Sundaranadar. Nandi Arulale Moolanai Nadinam. The shepherd's name was Moolan. I went into his body, he says in his own words. Nandi Arulavadin Sayum Natinil Nandi Vadigatta Nanirandene. Amazing piece. Tirumandiram is also a Tamil Vedam. It has got mantram, tantram, yantram, shastram, stotram, health, Wellness. Wait a minute. That's what all of us need. In this present day, what the fad is health and wellness, health and wellness. Everything health and wellness. Modern medicine. Then devotion, worship. Name the topic, you have everything in Tirumandiram. Nobody has expounded Shaiva Siddhantam to the extent Tirumular has said. I am deeply indebted to Tirumular. It has shaped my life completely. And believe me, any situation you are in your life, if you try to understand Tirumandiram, you will be able to stand firm. Nothing will pull you down. Whatever may be the harsh things or anything, nothing will pull you down. Such is the power of Tirumandiram. I have experienced it. I advise each and everyone, you did not know Tamil. There is various translations also available. Hindi, English, everything. Read Tirumandiram. So, Shastram, etc. everything. Even though Tirumandiram may look like a book of worship, it also underlines the life's principles, philosophy. How should one lead a life? Do you want to live a life of 100 years? Yes, I will tell you the ways to attain that also. I will just stop with two songs. What is the puja being conducted now? Shiva Mahotsava. So I have just picked one song from, in the interest of time, I have just picked one song from Tirumandiram under the topic Shiva Puja. The song comes as absolutely amazing song. It says, உள்ளம் பெருங்கோவில் ஊனடம்பு ஆலயம் வள்ளல் பிரானார்க்கு வாய் கோபுரவாசல் தெள்ளத் தெளிந்தார்க்கு ஜீவன் சிவலிங்கம் கள்ளப் புலனைந்தும் காளாமணி விளக்கே. It may, my guru classifies the Tirumandiram songs in three categories: banana song, mango song, and then jackfruit song. Banana song is very, very easy. Yeah, it's very, you just peel it out, eat, throw it away, that's all. Very, it says, யாவர்க்குமாம் இறைக்கு இறைவர்க்கு ஒரு பச்சலை, யாவர்க்குமாம் பசிவிற்கு ஒரு வாயிரை, யாவர்க்குமாம் உண்ணும் பொழுது ஒரு கைப்பிடி, யாவர்க்குமாம் பிறர்க்கு இன்னொரை தான். Then the mango song. சிவ சிவ என்றிட தீவினையாளர், சிவ சிவ என்றிட தீவினை மாலும், சிவ சிவ என்றிட தேவருமாவர், சிவ சிவ என்ன சிவகதி தானே. Then comes the jackfruit song. At least mango, you peel it, eat it and then throw it. Little bit easier, but little tougher than the banana, but very tough than the jackfruit. Right? Jackfruit, heavy. Carry it and then take pains to open it. In the process, get your hands also cut, etc. Then polish it, etc. It takes a lot of time to eat. But most of the songs in Tirumandiram, honest to goodness, if you read in the first instance, you can't understand anything. Don't get disheartened. Read the commentary, and when you start understanding it, I'm sure you will be a completely different person. One song I will tell you. அத்திப்பழமும் மறைக்கீரை நல்வித்தும் கொத்தி உலை பெய்து கூழட்டு வைத்தனர் அத்திப்பழத்தை அரைக்கீரை வித்து உண்ண கத்தி எடுத்தவர் காடு புக்காரே. Can you understand even one word in it? Nothing. Of course, on a different occasion, should God bless me, I'll explain that too. Now coming to our song. உள்ளம் பெருங்கோவில் ஊனடம்பு ஆலயம் வள்ளல் பிரானார்க்கு வாய்கோபுர வாசல் தெள்ளத் தெளிந்தார்க்கு ஜீவன் சிவலிங்கம் கள்ளப்புலனைந்தும் காளாமணி விளக்கே. உள்ளம் பெரும் கோவில், that is the mind is the temple. ஊனடம்பு ஆலயம், body, flesh, bones, etc. that is the entire structure. A temple may have so many prakarams, 5, 3, 2. In village temples, there may not be prakarams at all. The road will be the prakaram. But what is more important? Garbhagraham. Meenakshi temple or Tirumurai temple, Tanjavur temple is huge. How many area? That is columns and columns and columns. But what is important there? The Garbhagraham where the God resides. Similarly, all the other areas in the temple are much more bigger in size. But in importance, what is more important? The Garbhagraham is more important because that's where the Lord lives. So, Ullam Perunkovil, Oonadambu Alayam, Vallal Piranarkku Vai Gobura Vasal. The mouth is the pathway through which God goes and resides in your heart. There is also a joke when Shiva asked Lord Narada, the human mankind is pestering me with give me this gold, silver, etc. I want to go somewhere. Shiva says, can you go to the moon? Narada answers, don't go there, Apollo has already gone there, you won't be safe even there, you'll be pestered. Can you go deep down the sea? No, there is snorkel diving, etc. Deep sea diving, they will come there too. How about going to Mars? They're attempting now to, they will go there also, don't go there. So Shiva is confused. Where do you want me to go? Narada says, go to a person's mind. Sit there, because mankind hardly thinks about God. You can be peaceful there. So that's the joke part of it. But if you place the thinking and thought about God here, He will always be with you. So He is here. Gopura Vasal. The Gopuram which you see in front is the pathway or the entrance through which you go inside and worship the God in the Garbhagriha. Similarly, through the mouth, everything goes. The mouth and the tongue are the ones which ate all nonsense and it spoiled the body. The mouth and the tongue are the ones which spoke all nonsense and spoiled the soul also. So, ward them off, keep thinking about the Lord's name, automatically your mind becomes so pure, God will definitely come there. So, Ullam Perunkovil, Oonadambu Aai, Vallal Piranarku Vai Gopura Vasal. Just like through Gopuram, you go into the temple, through your mouth, if you keep on chanting the words of the names of the God, He comes and resides here. Tyagaraja also says in the, I cannot help but bring in music also. Tyagaraja says in the Sriragam Kriti, Nama Kusuma Mulache. You tell the name of the God, offer the name of the God as flower at His lotus feet. That is enough for Him. What does Lord Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? Patram, Pushpam, Palam, Toy. Simple. They made it so simple for us. We only complicate even the simple things. Okay, why Gopura Vasal? Tellat Telindark Jeevan Sivalingam. Those who have come to the understanding and the complete realization, Aham Brahmasmi, that the God lives here, they need not go outside in search of Sivalingam, because Sivalingam itself is residing inside. Again, Sivavakya, if I could bring it, Nattakalle Devamende Nalu Pushpam Satriye, Sutri Sutri Valam Vandu Munmanu Vandram Yenada, Nattakallum Pesumo, Nadan Ullirikayil, Sutta Satti Karisumai Ariyumo. Amazing piece. See, the beauty of our scriptures and the classical scriptures are all, you take one, you try to do a dissertation, try to find the meaning, it leads to the other, that's beautiful pattern. Okay, then, Vai Gopura Vasal, Tellat Telindarku Jeevan Sivalingam, Kalla Punanaindam, Kala Mani Vilakku. There are 5 thieves inside our body. Everybody, nobody is an exception. 5 senses. Nobody can get over it. Nobody can say, I conquered it, he is an absolute liar. Tirumurai himself says in one song, Anjum Adakku Adakku Enbar Arivilar. Anjum Adakkum Amararum Angille. He says, even the Devas, etc., cannot control all the 5 senses. Anjum Adakil Achetanamam Endriyittu. If you think you have controlled your 5 senses, then you are as good or as bad as a dead log. No mobility. What is the use of being in this world? Nothing. At the same time, Anjum Adakka Arivu Arindene. I have come to know that I cannot control my senses. Okay, don't go into that room, or else see what's going to happen. If I warn you, what will be your thinking? Hey, what is that in that room? I'll definitely want to go there and see it. That is, you cannot control it. Even if the senses are controlled, what controls the sense? Mind. The mind will not allow. Okay, close your eyes, don't open your eyes if I tell you. The mind will tell what is going to happen if I slightly open my eyes. I'm not going to die. That is the mind. So control the mind to control the senses. Again, Tyagaraja, Manasa Vanachara Vara Sancharamu Nilipi, Murti Bhagaku Padagane Varendaro Manu Bavulu, Andariki Vandanu. Ramana Maharishi, Aimbula Kalvar, Agathinil Pugumbodu, Agathinil Ni Illayo Arunachala. Varuvana Munni, Volittever Varuvar, Munsu De Idu Arunachala. The 5 thieves, how did they get inside my soul, mind? Aimbula Kalvar, Agathinil Pugumbodu, Agathinil Ni Illayo. Were you not there, Arunachala? If you were there, would they have dared to enter here? No. Varumana Munnai, ஒளித்தவர் வருவார். You are one for the whole world. Debunking you, who can come inside my heart and soul? Nobody. So this is your soothe means it's your play, it's your ploy. So the answer is there, the question is there. If so, long story short, you cannot control the mind. But if you, without controlling the mind, again coming to that, அஞ்சு மடக்கில் அவரொரு மங்கில்லை அஞ்சு மடக்கா அறிவு அறிந்தேனே. I have come to realize fully well that I cannot control my mind and senses. Instead, if I channelize my mind and thinking towards the lotus feet of the Lord, I can see the way to divinity. கடை தேறுவதற்கு உண்டான வழியை நான் கண்டுபிடித்து விட்டேன். That's what he said. Here too, கள்ள புலனைந்தும் காளாமணி விளக்கே. Those lamps will always keep blinking. It will not leave you alone at all. But if you put the oil of godliness, piousness, piety, devotion into that, those lamps will be kalamani vilak. They will guide you to the path, to your proper path. This is what Tirumurai says. And finally to conclude, one more song. It says, another song. பூவுண்டு புண்ணியம் செய்தார்க்கு பூவுண்டு நீருண்டு அண்ணல் நமக்கு அருள் புரியாதிருக்கு. சாங் இஸ் புண்ணியம் செய்தார்க்கு பூவுண்டு நீருண்டு அண்ணல் தம்மை அறியும் வண்ணம் எண்ணில் பாவிகள் ஈசன் எந்தன் ஈசனை எண்ணில் பாவிகள் ஈசன் எந்தம் ஈசனை நன்றில்லா நழுவுகின்றாரே. That's the song. That is, புண்ணியம் செய்தார்க்கு பூவுண்டு நீருண்டு. We are all so blessed. We have got water, we have got pushpam to do archana to the God. We are all fortunate. But does the God actually ask for it? He doesn't ask for it. Whatever you have, put it for me, I'll be happy. Even the pushpam, what Tyagaraja says, tell the God's name as pushpam and do an archana, you will be fine. Nama kusuma mulache. Then even water, what hot water, cold water, mineral water, God does not ask anything. Your tears is enough. Don't go searching for that. Meaning what? You should stand in front of the God and lose yourself to Him. Your tears, that is more important. That's why Manikavasagar also says, Yane poi, in Nenjum poi, in Anbum poi. All that I think that I am totally devoted to you is falsehood. My devotion to you is falsehood. Anal vinayen aludal unnai peralame. If I lose myself completely to you and start crying, that is blissful. Ananda Kannir they call it. I can definitely reach you and then you will make me rid of all my sins. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshishyami masuchaha. So many example after example after example it is seen. In this, so we have got a water, you do that and be happy. God is so happy and He will bless you. Instead, what these human beings do, they go elsewhere. That is, kaila vennaiya vechindi nei kalayra madu. You have a butter on hand, you go in search of the ghee. You have everything within you. You know how to do. Instead, wantonly you go astray, you stray astray, and then you do all sorts of nonsense. That is what. So this is what is, in essence, we capture. Incidentally, I want to tell you the song, which the last one, புண்ணியம் செய்வார்க்கு புண்ணியம் செய்வார்க்கு பூவுண்டு நீருண்டு அண்ணல் அது கண்டு அருள் புரியா நிற்கும் எண்ணில் பாவிகள் எம்மிரை ஈசனை நன்னறியாமல் நழுவுகின்றாரே. They're all going astray, easily not knowing that you have got a simple method to reach God. Follow that and you'll be happy. So, to conclude, again, I started off with Jnana Sambandhan and Sekidar. I wanted to end with them also. நேசம் நிறைந்த உள்ளத்தால் நீளம் நிறைந்த மணிகண்டத்து ஈசன் அடியார் பெருமையினை எல்லா உயிரும் தொடையெடுத்து தேசம் உய்ய திருத்தொண்டத் தொகை முன்பனித்த திருவாளன் வாசமலர் வெண்கடல் வணங்க வந்த பிறப்பை வணங்குவாம். This is Sekidar Peruman. To sing the praise of the devotees is much more and greater than to sing the praise of the Lord. That's what the meaning of that. To make that possible, God gave me this birth. So let me do my salutations to this birth, because of whom we are all assembled in Shiva Vishnu temple and then witnessing the glorious Shiva Mahotsavam. That is one thing. And for the prosperity of everybody, again Jnana Sambandha, I started with him, let me end with him also. மண்ணில் நல்ல வண்ணம் வாழலாம் வைகளும் எண்ணில் நல்ல கதிக்கு யாதுமோர் குறைவில்லை கண்ணி நல்ல அழகுரும் கழுமல வளநகர் பெண்ணில் நல்லாளொடும் பெருந்தகை இருந்ததே. This is a beautiful piece by Manikavasagar. So I told you I have got goosebumps beyond description when I sat in this chair just a couple of months ago. My revered guru, Swami Sundaram, he sat in the same chair. He gave a discourse, and this, I should say, alien in Tamil. I had the great bhagyam and blessing to introduce my guru to the audience. Now to think that bhagyam has come to me because of talking about Tirumurai, Tamil Vedam. What did I tell you? Vedam always protects you. Right? நான்கு மறை தீர்ப்பு, நம்பினார் கெடுவதில்லை நான்கு மறை தீர்ப்பு. Similarly, this Shiva Mahotsavam is happening here at this beautiful, glorious time period. Adi Vellikkilamai, I have got a chance to talk about Tamil Tirumurai, which is Tamil Vedam, sitting in the chair where my illustrious Guru sat. I don't know, I will end with again 2 words of Manikavasagar and I will conclude my talk. The last 2 lines in the last song of the last chapter, which is Achchopadikam, 51st chapter in Tiruvasakam. Those 2 lines completely shaped my life. வாழ்க்கையிலே ஒரு புதிய பரிணாமத்தை எனக்கு வெளிச்சம் போட்டு காட்டியது. More than that, it made me go topsy-turvy. God knows no language. If he is particular on a particular language, then we don't want that God. He knows every language. He was the one who created everything. That he made me understand so many things, all these Tirumurais, etc. Somewhere, some corner, some nook and corner in some birth, I would have done some bit of thing. That's why, as I told you, this temple, my father's name is Vaidyanatha Krishnan Thailandal, and this Murugan is also Vaidiswara Swami, who is my Kuladevam. It's my honest belief that my family has supported me so much in all my endeavors, etc. My wife, son, and mother-in-law, who is also another mother to me. So I honestly feel among you, my dad and mom are also in the audience who have listened to my speech. That is my firmest belief. And then those 2 lines. There are so many lines. See, each one has got a particular attraction. If I like Sachin Tendulkar's cover drive, you may like Rahul Dravid's cover drive. Both are cover drives. Just as an example in cricketing terminology. For me, the 2 lines which caused the greatest impact in my life, I don't even, how many births was there, I do not know. எழுகடல் மணலை அளவிடன் அதிகம் எனதிடர் பிறவி அவதாரம் Haranagirinathar says. I can count the sand pebbles in the 7 seas. I cannot control my birth, death, etc. Okay. How many births is there? I do not know. Those 2 lines which completely captivated me, guiding me in every second. Yes, as I told you, the last 2 lines in the last song of the last chapter, Achchopadikam in Tiruvasakam. First 2 lines go as செம்மை நலம் அறியாத சிதடரோடு திரிவேனை மும்மை மலம் அறிவித்த முதலாய முதல்வன்தான் நம்மையும் ஓர் பொருளாக்கி நாய் சிவிகை ஏற்றுவித்த அம்மை எனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆர்பெருவார் அச்சோரை. Manikavasagar says, to bring me to this position is like giving a bath to a dog and placing it on a palanquin. If Manikavasagar could say those 2 words, those 2 lines about himself, எப்போதுமே ரொம்ப தாழ்த்திப்பார். அவர் இஸ் somewhere beyond compare. That is again a classic case of humility. If Manika Vasakar could say those two lines, all of us will pale into insignificance and then vanish into oblivion. So என்னையும் ஒரு பொருளாக்கி நாய் சிவிகை ஏற்றுவித்த அம்மை எனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆறு பெறுவார் அச்சோவே. ஐ எம் ending it. I started off with Father, Namah Shivaya வாழ்க. திருவாசகம் ends with Mother, அம்மை எனக்கு அருளியவாறு ஆறு பெறுவார் அச்சோவே. Thank you so much for listening. And then once again my deepest gratitude for Thenappan and the entire committee for having given me this unbelievably divine opportunity to say a few words about Tirumurai, which is my life. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Seetaraman, a small request. Seetaraman, a small request. திருமுறையை பற்றி பேசுகிறோம். ஆடி அமாவாசை முடிஞ்சிருக்கு. கண்டேன் அவர் திருப்பாதம் ஒரு 2 நிமிஷம் கேட்கணும். இல்லை அதை பற்றி சொல்கிறது
திருவியார் கண்டேன் அவர் திருப்பாதம் பற்றி பேச சொல்லி சொன்னார். 2 minutes அதை பற்றி பேச சொல்லி கண்டேன் அவர் திருப்பாதம் அவர் திருப்பாதம் திருநாமக்கல் Siva Tirumurai-Sri, what a wonderful location, and as Auditor Seetaraman said, this is an ocean, right? He's just given us a very small sample, and the intent is to bring everybody into it, and then hopefully we will all be blessed to listen to more and more of his speech and speeches like this. On this occasion, I also request Sivacharya to come up to the stage, and Dr. Siva and Ramesh, any board members who are here, to come up to the stage, and also we can honor Auditor Seetaraman. Siva Tirumurai-Sri. Dr. Siva.
கொஞ்சம் முன்னாடி வந்தீங்கன்னா அந்த கேமரா
As I told you, it is my greatest bhagyam to have spoken today on this Shiva Mahotsavam, that too in the presence of the divine Shanmuga Sivacharya. I don't know, I never dreamt in the world. Again I would say, Namayum or Puralaki Naisivige Yetrivita, Amayanaka Arulyavara, Arberuara. One point, I left out Sundaramurthy Swamiji as one of the greatest pieces, Tirutanda Togai. I'll just tell one song which applies beautifully to our divine master. பக்தராய் பணிவார்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் அடியேன், பரமனைய பாடுவார் அடியார்க்கும் அடியேன், சித்தத்தை சிவன் பாலை வைத்தார் குமடியேன், திருவாரூர் பிறந்தார்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் அடியேன், முப்போதும் அடியேன், முழுநீரு பூசிய முனிவர்க்கும் அடியேன், அப்பாலும் அடி சார்ந்த அடியார்க்கும் அடியேன், ஆரூரனாரூரில் அம்மானு காலே, முப்போதும் திருமேனி திண்டுவார் கடியர். It was the most fortunate. அந்த சுவாமிக்கு சந்தனம், குங்குமம், பஞ்சாமிர்தம், தேன், பால் அத்தனையும் ஆன் அ டெய்லி பேசிஸ் அபிஷேகம் பண்ணி 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 அந்த கையை உங்கள் பர்மிஷனோட நான் ஒரு தடவை தொட்டேன். When Sir, Divine Sir came on stage, immediately this Tirumurai-Sri, which I recite daily, it brought, I remembered that, and then again it's the God's greatest gift to me that I was also என்னையும் ஒரு பொருளாக்கி சாரோட பக்கத்தில் நிற்கிறதுக்கே ஒரு தகுதி இருக்குமா தெரியல, இருந்தாலும் கடவுள் ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு தகுதியை கொடுத்து அவர் பக்கத்தில் நிற்கக்கூடிய ஒரு மிகப்பெரும் பாக்கியத்தை கொடுத்தார். ஒன்ஸ் அகெயின் எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகர்.
Deeparatana is going to happen upstairs. All of us will go upstairs for Deeparatana. Five left.
In every way, academically, whatever your other social board of functions are, they still enjoy the wonderful care. All no, this is mine. This is so good. I'm so glad I
video shoot